Hi, this is Alexander Dunn, Chasing Totality and Eclipse Adventure, and today we are coming down the home stretch. It's August 16th. We are just 5 days away from the eclipse, and today we're talking about some of the science that's going on in association with the eclipse and a couple of ways that you can actually participate in that. So, of course, the big leader in all of this is NASA. NASA's website, eclipse2017.nasa.gov, is a great source for all things eclipse. And if you go to events, one of the things you're going to notice is eclipse live events. So there's going to be some things happening day of the eclipse, which is going to be pretty cool, some live streaming. And one of the things that's happening is actually there are going to be balloons going up to get high into the upper atmosphere, even the sort of the edge of space, up as high as 100,000 feet. And one of these teams is actually a student-led team out of LSU, Louisiana State University. And they actually were one of the teams selected to launch one of these balloons. And these balloons are going to be doing a few things. These balloons are going to be going up again to about 100,000 feet. So we're talking well above where the clouds end. Clouds go up about 5-6 miles. Even the highest thunderstorm clouds are only about 5-6 miles. So you're getting over, when you're getting over 30, 40,000 feet, you're well above clouds. You're actually 100,000 feet is going to be getting out to the point where you're going to see the curvature of the atmosphere and Earth. So super high up. These are about 8-foot balloons, so bigger than people. And they're going to be going up, and the LSU balloon specifically is going to be going up to both measure changes in high altitude environments, but also to video a live stream of the eclipse from that height. And so that's where, going back to this NASA page, there's going to be all these different ways of checking that out. Because this eclipse is happening over North America during the daytime, it's a total eclipse. The moon is at a point in its orbit around the Earth, and the timing works out that it's going to be a nice full eclipse. It's going to really block out all of the sun's surface. And so some of the things that they're going to be studying are the corona, as well as changes in the ionosphere. But this live stream is going to be cool. So check out NASA's page to learn more about that. Another kind of interesting thing is this project called Citizen Kate. And Citizen Kate is a series of 68 telescopes that are going to be lined up across the path of totality. So from Oregon to South Carolina, across the entire country. And they're going to be filming the roughly 2 minutes of totality as it happens in their location, and putting this together as a sort of continuous video of the eclipse as it is being witnessed across the United States. The outcome of this is going to be fascinating. They're studying things like the dynamics of magnetic fields and plasma in the solar corona. The solar corona is the light that's emanating out of the sun. That's very hard to study when there's not an eclipse, or I guess you can study it even better when there is an eclipse, I guess is more to the point. And so the outcome of that is going to be fascinating too. So keep your eye on Citizen Kate, C-A-T-E experiment as that goes on. Oh, well, here's a better image of the moon. So again, the side of the moon faces us with no light on it. So this is a new moon as it's right in front of the sun. And these are all of the solar rays, or the corona, emanating out from behind the moon. So a fascinating time to study the sun and learn more about sun science. Now, there are some things that you can do as a citizen right here on Earth without fancy telescopes or big balloons. And two of those, these are called citizen science projects. So again, as a scientist who is just a citizen, you're not a trained scientist, but you love this stuff and you want to get involved, you can visit NASA's site. You can look up NASA citizen science to learn more about this. But there are a couple of things going on to do that. And two of the experiments that you can do from Earth are things that you're going to need an app and a thermometer and your eyeballs and a couple of things. And one of them is going to be recorded by an app called the Globe Observer. You have to download this app onto your phone, and they're going to tell you a little bit more how to do it. But the basic idea is they're trying to get temperature readings before, during, and after the eclipse. So you need an electronic or a very good thermometer. You need the app on your phone and, pen or pencil and some paper. And they'll go through all the protocol. But what they're asking you to do is take some temperature measurements, enter those into the app, and give them the feedback. And so they're going to put together all this data as it happens. The Globe Observer has other citizens science projects going on as well. But this How Cool is the Eclipse is one that will happen just on the 21st. Another thing is some people may already have this app. It's a little app that can go onto the phone called iNaturalist. iNaturalist is an app that allows us to record sightings of any living species as we see them right in our own backyard, or as we go for hikes, or even when we're traveling. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in the information. You can take a photo. You can try to identify the species, and then you're going to tie that to time, date, and location using your GPS. And again, the app makes this all very easy. It's a free app. When you download it, you have to sign in. But one of the things they're doing is a specific project with, again, iNaturalist. Here's the website. You can also find this on the phone, but it's a project called Life Responds. So if you go to projects on the iNaturalist website and look up Life Responds, you're going to find that the Life Responds is how specific organisms react to the eclipse. So this is a partnership through the California Academy of Sciences and iNaturalist. And what they're going to, again, there's some protocol here, but they go through all of that on the website. And what they're going to ask you to do is select a specific species that you see wherever you are about half hour before the eclipse, and identify any behavior, watch it, and then notice what happens during the eclipse with that species, and then tell what happens about half an hour after the eclipse with that exact same species. So wherever you are, if there's a gray squirrel or a crow or a blue jay, or maybe a mouse or a frog or whatever it might be, they want you to make some notes and see how that might change. And again, the website has all the protocol, and the app right onto your phone will allow you to enter that in the notes. You do need to sign into an account with iNaturalist. It's free to do. It's free to download the app and sign in. It's a great app to have, not just for this one-time eclipse observational data, but also just in general, because the information you put into iNaturalist can be drawn upon by scientists to help them study a whole cadre of different species in different places. So we're looking at location and time of year and distribution and movement of all kinds of things, from flowers to ferns to trees to bugs to amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals, etc. So it's kind of a fun app to have, and it's two things that you can do while you're out watching the eclipse on the 21st. Take those temperatures and enter them into the Globe Observer. Download iNaturalist, that's the icon, and get onto this Life Responds project within iNaturalist, enter some data, and be part of two major citizen science projects upcoming with the eclipse. Of course, if nothing else, get on NASA's page, go to events, and check out the live stream. Check out some ways to watch the eclipse from some of these balloons, Citizen Kate, as well as NASA is going to have 3 aircraft, 11 spacecraft, 50 high-altitude balloons, as well as the International Space Station monitoring, watching, and recording the eclipse. So there is going to be an incredible amount of data coming out of this event. And of course, in this day and age with YouTube and with the internet, it will be shared quickly. It'll be shared beautifully in high definition. And there's going to be some really fun stuff to watch after this eclipse is over. So it's Alex Dunn from Chasing Totality. More to come soon. We'll be off, headed to Oregon shortly.